Spring is here and you're looking to buy a used car. Before you go on Marketplace, you need to watch until the end of this video because I'm gonna tell you the top tricks you need to know before buying a car in the spring. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Ziggy Wick, where we do these videos every other day, give you tips and tricks on how to place yourself in the best possible situation when buying a used car. And I also was one of those buyers that bought a car in the spring. It's like the best time to buy a car. There's no snow out, it's warm, but it's not too hot. You know, who wants to look at a car in the winter? You're freezing your balls off, there's snow everywhere, the roads are messy. It's annoying to get somebody to bring you a look at a car because then they also have to be in those annoying conditions. So I think springtime is actually one of the best times to buy a car. There are a couple things you need to keep in mind before locking in a car in the spring. You know, although it's one of the best times to buy a car, it can be one of the most deceiving times to buy a car. And also, if you're gonna buy a car, make sure you watch Thursday's upload because I'm gonna tell you the best type of car that I would recommend to anybody buying a car right now to get the best bang for your buck. But nevertheless, let's dive right into it. Main important thing you want to look at is the condition of the car. How did this person keep the car during the winter time? Ask them questions. Ask them, you know, how did you drive it? Did you commute on a daily? How did you handle the salt? Because if you live on the East Coast or a state where they use salt in the winter to help, you know, combat the ice, it's going to be annoying on the car, especially if it's an older used car. The rust is going to creep up and one day it's going to be your problem, depending on how long you plan to have this car. So these are important questions that you need to ask that person that you're buying a car from. You know, how did they deal with rust? Search up the type of car it is because, believe it or not, some cars are more prone to rust than others. So depending on the type of car you're buying, especially if you live in an area where you're going to get more snow in the future, you might want to buy a car that's made from a material, whatever metal they use, that's not gonna rust so easily. Just some food for thought. Not saying that the car is gonna be bad. If they took care of it, of course it's gonna be better than the average car of that year or that make and model that's not that good with handling rust. And also, the most important thing, guys, winter is not gone for good. You know, the sun comes out, everybody's happy. It's like we forget that we just went through winter. On the East Coast, we got record-breaking snow. It was horrible. I had to go to work. Thankfully, I made it to work in this car. I just got new tires. But you know, you need to think in advance, especially if you're gonna have this car for a good while. You need to buy a car that's gonna be able to stand up to the elements. I mean, winter is gonna come back. Before you know it, summer is gonna go and come, and winter is gonna be back, and you're gonna be driving that car in the snow, in the ice. And if you're somebody that needs to commute a lot during the winter, please don't buy a car that can't handle it. You know, a lot of people are very short-term minded. Don't buy a rear-wheel drive sports car if you're somebody that needs to commute during the winter. And I'm not saying that you can't commute with a rear-wheel drive sports car because people do it. It's been done. But if you're not gonna invest the money to get proper tires, which you should be doing anyway, but you know, if you're not gonna invest that money to get proper dedicated winter tires, get a car that's gonna be a little more forgiving in those situations. Future yourself will thank you for making the right decisions from now. You know, sometimes bad situations don't happen overnight. It's just a lead up of a lot of other bad decisions that eventually get to that point where the pot boils over. So you need to be thinking in advance. Don't just buy a car that's nice now. You know, the summer's coming. You want to put the top down and have fun. Buy a car that's gonna be worth it to you in the future. If you're buying a soft top car, you know, soft tops aren't really, they got their problems. You know, just think about it. Think about the future, the elements that you're gonna be parking this car in, and buy based off that. If this is your sidecar, just a little fun thing, then for sure, it don't matter about the winter because you already got a main car to commute with anyway. But if that's gonna be your main daily car, you need to think wisely before locking in a purchase that could cost you thousands of dollars of regret. Oh my gosh, these people just blocked up the whole intersection. Now we can't go through. You know, let's add this to the video. If you're somebody that's gonna be buying a used car this spring, make sure you drive with sense because then this wouldn't be happening. Like, what are we doing right here? Why is everybody rushing to come out and they can't go anywhere? This is absolutely horrible. Everybody here, give them a big ticket, please, right now. I always say if you're buying a used car and you want to get the best bang for your buck, you know, you got to get your hands dirty. I understand for some people, they don't mind bringing it to a shop to get it maintained, especially if you're somebody that's not very, you know, versatile with your hands. You're not really good with cars. You don't want to mess something up. Sometimes it's better to spend extra money to have a professional do it, so it won't cost you more money in the long term to rectify the problems that you caused by trying to fix another problem. That's one of the worst feelings. If you don't have a dedicated driveway, things are going to be a lot harder, especially in the winter. Especially, I cannot emphasize. It's like if you're buying a car, you literally have to think, is it going to be perfect for me in the winter? And obviously this only applies to people in states that have bad winters, because I'm telling you, things that are manageable during the summer, it will not fly during the winter. And you might think, Ziggy Wick is dragging it. It's not gonna be that hard. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, but it's manageable. I'm telling you, dude, like I'm somebody, I don't even drive my car that much during the winter because number one, the road conditions are bad and I don't trust other people on the road. So I try to minimize my time out on the road because I don't want people sliding into me, doing all these things, messing up my car. But the main reason why I don't drive that much during the winter months is because I don't want to do the maintenance during the winter. I don't want to do an oil change during the winter when it's freezing. Your hands gonna be cold under that car. You gotta be on the ground that's wet and mucky. I do not want to deal with that. I would rather wait until spring or when it kind of warms up at the end of winter to then go ahead and tackle all that stuff, which is exactly what I did this winter. I didn't change my oil until like March or February, whatever it is. Like it was warm like one day, and that's when me and Gene went and we changed our oils. Just think about the winter. I think that's the best advice I can give. Think about the worst situation, the worst weather conditions you're gonna have to deal with, and buy the car based off that. Don't buy it based off the summer or the spring when things are nice, the car is easy to handle, you know what I mean? Buy it for the worst conditions. I started off this video saying, spring is one of the best times to buy a car because it's so easy to go out and look at it. Everything is easier when the weather is forgiving, but sometimes it's not, and you need to think accordingly. You know, my first car was a Honda Civic and I bought it in the spring, and I waited for the same reason. I needed somebody to bring me to go look at the car. I didn't want to bring them in the winter to go look at it because I felt bad. So I was like, all right, we waited until the spring. We found my car and we bought it, you know, based off that. Winter is gonna come soon and I'm gonna need a car that can go through snow. But I also didn't need like a big car for the time. It was just me and I just finished high school. I just needed something small to commute with. So I landed on the Civic, and it's a nice car. It handled the winters pretty good, I'll be honest with you. I would honestly say that the Civic got through snow or like murky winter conditions a lot better than my TSX. I don't know if it's just this car. Maybe I need to switch up the tires or something that I have on it. But the Civic was a champ. I never got stuck with the Civic. And I never got stuck with the TSX, but I can't turn here. Man, like I was saying, I never got stuck with the TSX, but there has been some dicey moments where, you know, I almost pooped my pants. There has been some moments where I'm like, damn, I might not make it, especially during the recent snowstorm where I had to go to work. You know, for a second, I almost called out because I'm like, man, it's not worth it to leave the comfort of my house and get stuck. But thankfully, it handled like a champ. You know, not as good as a Civic, but it got the job done. So, you know, you have to just think for the worst case. You gotta prepare for the worst, because good days are gonna be good days until they're not. And then you gotta handle it or you gotta figure it out. And I've never been up here before, I don't think so. Actually, I think I have been. Man, hill starts in a manual car never get old. I don't think I'll ever get like used to it. Like I'm at the point where obviously I'm not gonna stall. I've been driving for so long, but still there's some hills that I'm telling you, dude, they make me pucker up a little bit. I'll be honest with you guys. They make your boy pucker up a little bit. I'm like, man, I might not make it. If you have any tips for buying a used car in the spring, if you're somebody that bought a car in the spring, make sure to drop some tips and tricks that you would like to give somebody down in the comments below. You know, all these videos, I say it in every single video. The whole point is to learn and grow and be a better person than we were yesterday. There is no type of feedback that is bad feedback. It's either it's something that you can learn from, or something you already know, or something that you don't think will benefit you. And that's all. But guys, please let me know down below what y'all think about this video. And make sure y'all tap into Thursday's video, man, because you know, somebody in my comments, I forgot your name, but I remember you. And he said, what type of cars would you recommend in a manual that's under, I think, $5,000? So I'm gonna drop some sauce in Thursday's upload. So make sure you don't miss that one. I think it's gonna be a nice video. Looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. And right now we're at one of my favorite spots, you know, one of the first spots I came to when I bought my first car. I don't think I really have driven here in POV videos, but you know, this is one of those iconic spots. Anytime I get some new camera gear, I always come over here, try to get some footage. So it's always nice to bring out the car around here. I might pull off like over there or something in the grass. I mean, I low-key want to get a little more sun in the video. So let's see what we can find. See what we can find over here. And for the people that made it this far, let me know if you guys mess with this little, you know, anytime I kind of switch it up and do a little normal POV at the end of the videos, because although I love to drop information, I want the main goal of the videos to be that you took something away from it and you subscribed. But, you know, let me know if y'all like these little personal type endings of the video where I'm just driving, I'm just yapping like the good old days. All we can do is reminisce about the good old days, man. But it's getting warmer and I cannot wait for this place to warm up some more. And it's getting there. Best believe. Oh, I should have went down there. All right, guys, I told y'all I wanted to end the video outside the car, and here we are. And with that being said, thank you for watching the video. If you made it this far, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're looking to buy a used car, let me know if any of the tips I'm dropping in these videos have helped you in any way, shape, or form. And if they did, make sure you drop it down below for other people. Guys, make sure you buy TSX and travel. And don't forget, if you're buying a car, buy it the safe way. Get out and enjoy nature. Love y'all. Peace.